Hey guys, welcome to Wix It Fix It videos. Today we got a 3.5 ton Rheem Ruud. I think that's what it is. Yeah, the blowers went out in it. We're gonna change the blower. I thought y'all might want to see that. A lot of people have those problems, but I'm gonna try to film all I can of it. That way it'll help somebody. But anyway, it's on this side. You have to take out these top bolts. You might be able to get away with just taking out half of them around where you can lift up. Normally you could just take the bolts out of this panel and pull that off, but a lot of dirt's washed up on it. I tried to dig it out, but then this here was in the way. I'm gonna have to take those top ones out. I can lift that up a little bit to get that panel out. Anyway, we'll continue in a minute. Alright, I'm back. We're gonna start taking out these top bolts. Somewhere. There's the blower motor. This one's just got 3-wire connection, which will be 2 hots and a neutral probably on this one. I don't know if it's grounded or not. I know that's a hot. That's a hot. I'd say that's just a neutral. And that's what turns on your emergency heat right there. Anyway, all you do is disconnect the wires and take out, you got these little bolts here, and you see these little runners, it just slides out, and you can change the motor. Anyway, let me put this back on here. Trying to get this where y'all can see this. These videos are hard to shoot. important thing I forgot to say is make sure you turn off your power before you do this. I've already done that. This unit's about, trying to remember, it's about 24 years old if I remember right. I can't. Coils are clean. Get them out of the way. I had this out before. I put tape on here because I don't trust those connections just to keep them from popping loose. Oops. Drop that. I always take a picture of my wires before I disconnect them all. That way I can, just a reference, because that other one's probably going to be different. They usually are. I don't know what was where. I don't see the wiring diagram, but it might be under this other panel where the capacitor and stuff is. Yeah, I wish I had something to discharge that capacitor. Let's see. I don't want to get shocked here. Let's see. Well, if I do, I do. This one. There we go. If there was any power left, I got it. And this thing just pulls out. All there is to it. In there you got your emergency heat. It kicks on cold nights when the unit can't keep up, the heat pump. Anyway, we'll continue in the garage. Hey guys, I'm back. I'm in the garage. I can work on this thing. First thing I'm going to do is take out, loosen this nut that holds the shaft. Make sure you can get it loose. You may have to use some kind of liquid wrench or something on some of them. But, you know, that one's coming loose easy. It ain't been too long since I had this one out. When we had that cold, real bad cold spell down here in the south, it went out and I had to use one. I put it in there until I got the new one. But this one's already acting up, but I finally got the new one in. You just take that loose, and then you got these. I don't remember this. It'll probably be a lot faster with a ratchet. That's a 7/16. Let me continue this in a minute. Alright, I'm back. Waste a lot of time. And these little wrenches are handy if you got any stuff like this. A ratchet wrench. Of course, I always forget I have them. But they can be handy. Yeah, you'll have to. I forgot to take my little ground loose. Put that back in there, I don't lose it. Move this out of the way. We're going to have to take this mount off. Let me get this other motor. There we go. There's the info. 208, 230, quarter horse, 2 amp, RPM 1075, frame 48Y, half-inch shaft, ball bearing, 5 MFD, 370. That's the capacitor. I'll have to rechange that too because this motor was just a hair different than that other one. I had to change the capacitor, but it was a little bit bigger, I think. I can't remember, but I had to do something. I work on so much stuff. It's hard for me to keep up with it sometimes. That motor's hot. It hadn't even been on. That's weird. I guess it's the heat from the sun in that unit. Yeah, I hope I don't have to. Sometimes these shafts, you'll have to cut them off. They'll be too long, but I think that one will be alright. I should have enough leeway to adjust it out, I hope. If not, I'll cut it off. You just have to be real careful and cut them off smooth and just round the edge off a little bit. Like I said, these wires are going to be a little different. I knew they would. See those two. Yeah, I don't know. I think those two are the hot, so I'll have to look at it and see. But I need to get this off first. Have to take off this mount. But holds it in the squirrel cage properly. Yeah, I was making a shelf yesterday and done something I ain't never done. I stuck my damn fingers in that skill saw. In 45 years I've never done that. That's what happens when you get in a hurry, though. Luckily I caught when I yanked back in time. I didn't get my fingers, just the end of them. There we go. What those are for. that squirrel cage. That one didn't have them, but I see what they're for. They go in here. These little bolts to hold that tighter. That other one didn't have them. Sorry about those trains. Ain't nothing I can do about them. Trying to go from that end. I'm gonna take a picture of this power thing and the wiring before I put that on there, because it'll more than likely be in the way it always is. That way you can look and see what it is without having to take it back out. That way you can always check it. More than likely this thing's gonna hit right over that. It always does. Around. Now these little things here, they have a little spot there. I don't know if you can see that, but where it fits in there. If you turn it up like this and set them flat, you'll usually hit about where you want it. Yet I'm gonna have to check and see how that shaft's gonna go in there. That's what I was talking about. I'll probably have to cut these off too. I know they're gonna hit that squirrel cage, but I'm gonna make sure if I do anything. I might not have to take them off. I hope not. It'll be easier. I thought there was a flat spot in there for that shaft, but apparently not. I know there's one on that back side. Oh yeah, it's on the back side where the nut is. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure we're going to cut them off. Yeah, they're going to come off. Always good to make sure, that way you don't do something that you can't fix back. I've done that a bunch of times. Make sure these are snug. I'm gonna cut them off even, or close to it. All you have to do is score them. Then they'll break right off where you score them. Just snap right off once you cut into them where you want them broke. That way you don't bend them all up or booger up the threads. There we go. Now it'll work. I already cleaned this squirrel cage the best I could, but if yours has been in there a long time, you'll probably have to clean that thing off with a wire brush and air compressor. Watch these ends too, they are sharp. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this thing set. I wanted to look at that shaft. Yeah, I think it'll be alright. There ain't nothing there that's going to interfere with. I'll just have to bolt it down like this. Let me get a bolt in it. I can adjust the shaft here in a minute. Yep, I mean that's pretty much all there is to it. And you get over here. There ain't nothing gonna be right here, so I can leave that out. But I mean, if you want to, you can cut them off. What I didn't do is just finish tightening up that bolt, did I? Let's see if I can reach it from here. I don't want to leave it loose. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna take this back loose. But anyway, I'll start filming in a second. Alright, I'm back. I just wanted to tighten that bolt in there. And something else I didn't mean, I forgot to say is, you might have noticed these arrows. That'll be direction the blower needs to turn. And some of these motors come bi-directional, which means they'll go either way. So you'll have to look at that wire and make sure you put the wires the right way so it'll go the right direction. Or you'll put it in there and it won't blow much. It's blowing the wrong way. You have to do all this again. Unless you take a picture of that wire and you can see which wires do it. That way you just switch them around. That one doesn't seem to be wanting to tighten right. I'm going to put some Loctite on that one, but I don't trust it. I'm not sure. The rest of them tightened up, but that one ain't tightening right. Get some Loctite right quick. Got it right here. The threads look good, but I don't know why it ain't snugging all the way down. I'll put this on there and let it set a few minutes and it'll snug on down. That stuff, it works pretty good. It'll probably be a little harder to get out next time, but that'll be alright. I hope it lasts as long as that last motor. It lasted 20 something years. Well, the one before that one anyway. That was just a temporary one, which was a General Electric, by the way. They're really good motors. I'll sit right there and then I'll tighten it on up when it dries. Anyway, that's pretty much all there is to it. And when you put that brace on, make sure your wires are pointing towards your wiring system. If you remember, that's the way it was. There's the ground. On this side, you got that shaft sticking out, but I don't remember what size that was. You want to make sure you get that flat spot around here where the bolt is, though. Let's see, I need a pair of channel locks. There we go. Make sure you adjust your squirrel cage to where it moves freely, like that. I've got about the same distance on each side. That's what you want. Get that flat spot there where the nut is, with the bolt. Tighten her down. There we go. Just in case you can't see that. You see that flat spot, you want it lined up with that where you can snug it down, and right here put the same distance on each side. You can see in there, but it's about the same. That way it won't ever rub. It'll move freely like that. Alrighty. Give me a few minutes and we'll film the rest. Hey guys, what I forgot to tell y'all a while ago, I mentioned something about clockwise and counterclockwise. Well, on here, this little thing, that's what does that. What I do with that phone, you see, black on black, white to white is counterclockwise, and if you want to turn it around, it'll be black, white, white, black. Just pretty much take that loose and just turn it around, but it's actually going the right way I needed it, so I don't have to even turn it around, but it's right there. You just unclip that and you can see which ones are matching, so I don't even have to fool with that. But I just want to tell you that before I forgot. But I was letting that Loctite dry a little bit. I thought about that. But they're really easy. Most of them come with these little clips, so you can just turn them around if you need it to go clockwise. Mine actually goes the opposite, but anyway, that's all I wanted. Alright, we're back outside. Put this in. Goes back in the same way it came out. Wire out of the way. Make sure you get those rails right there. To change out these wires. These go here. Signal for the emergency heat when the heat pump can't keep up. brown and black go to that capacitor, which will be these two. I'm gonna have to get the diagram. I got an extra wire. Anyway, I'll continue in a few minutes. Well, I got it back in there and it works. Well, right here, mine was a 3-wire system, and this one, that new motor had 4, but when I looked it up I wasn't sure because I forgot. You just use the 2 capacitor wires like normal, and use the yellow is just a jumper wire. So I just taped it up, put the other hot on the black on black, and it works fine. But that's about all there is to it. We'll go turn it on. Well, that motor's squeaking. I don't know why. It's a brand new motor. I just hope there ain't nothing wrong with it. I think it came with a warranty, so if it goes out, that'll be, I'll have to replace it. But anyway, that's all there is to it. You just do the reverse, putting your bolts back in, and all your other stuff over here. I forgot to show you that. Well, I can't get to it with this camera thing. There. It's all right there. Anyway, yeah, I gotta work on my house. I got busted side and everything. Anyway, I hope this helps somebody, and thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.